Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
All right, we are back once again to drink some more beers and review some more beers and just have, beers.
Just talk.
Just talk. Beers, talks, beers.
Blah, 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 blah. I've summarized the show.
Yep, it's like you listen to every episode in just that 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, well, Martin, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Right.
Especially good today because we are joined by special guests.
Ooh.
That always makes me a little bit extra excited. So
I know.
Stefan just smelled. He either smelled the beers or the guests and said, "Ho ho ho."
So whenever we have to quote a coworker who in the middle of a meeting, when we were talking about analytics reporting, got up and said, "This stuff makes me so hard."
Yikes.
And I was like, I can think of about 10 different ways to have said that with the same emphasis that did not involve your erection. So, so is that what having guests does for you? You're just like,
yeah, sure.
Well, who are our guests today?
It's Frosty Beard Marcus.
Yes.
And Pontus Lord Potato.
Lord Potato. All right, guys. Well, welcome back to the show. It seems like you were just here like yesterday, but here you are again.
Yeah.
So it's always good. It's always good to have you back on the show.
Racking up those visitor points.
Exactly.
For the show. Trying to beat Björn.
Do we get an award soon?
Yeah,
the Björn holds the award if there is an award. He has been guest the most times.
How many times though?
Stefan will put it in the show notes. He won't put it in the show notes.
It's like, so I can tell you one thing that will not happen this episode. I will not be putting that in the show notes.
So is it like the first guest to 50 or something?
No,
For you?
Björn, I think he's past 20 guest appearances.
Oh, wow. I don't see how that's possible. How has he been on the show 20 times? Because I would have thought Pontus would have been on the show the most, personally.
Speak about the beers.
All right. So today we got 2 beers from 2 local 2 breweries. Yeah, okay, I was going to say both from Gothenburg, but no, they're not. One's from Stockholm. But isn't Stigbergets, didn't they start in Gothenburg?
There's always been.
Are they still in Gothenburg?
Yes, they are.
I don't know why I was thinking they relocated to Stockholm.
Like the Stigbergets is a part of Gothenburg.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it's called Stigbergets.
I did not know that.
That is a fact.
I thought it was just named after Mr. Stigberget. So
Okay.
no, I had no idea where the name came from. I also did not. I'm not real familiar with the suburbs and neighborhoods of Gothenburg.
Yeah, it's like a small mountain in the city called Stigbergets.
Oh.
It's also a square called Stigbergets Torget. Right?
But do they have a bar in Gothenburg?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
they have-
Shangri-La.
Yes.
Oh.
I say, if you go to Gothenburg, you have to visit this bar. It's super, super friendly and like it's really, really nice. And the brewers are almost always there.
Oh, I'm glad they're super friendly because most of the beer bars I go to just real assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why you're drinking here with us and stuff.
I know.
I had the results of the international jury and I was wrong.
All right.
So Marcus has been a guest 8 times.
Yes.
Björn has been a guest 21 times.
Yes.
And Pontus has been a guest, drumroll, 27 times.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
He is the winner.
I would be shocked if Pontus wasn't the winner. All right, so in honor of Pontus being here, we have 2 beers from Gothenburg, apropos of nothing. So the first up is from Beerblioket. It is the Cherry and Almond Sour Ale. It is number 376 from them. It's called Cherry Almond Pie Surprise, which is tangy, tart, and refreshing, if you are to believe the can. And also remember, folks, metal recycles forever. Just saying. Well, yeah. So,
I'm getting weird stuff from the aroma. It's not very sour.
Honestly, it smells artificial.
Yeah. Really artificial.
Yes.
Like saft.
Yeah, I said almost like Läkerol.
Oh. Yeah.
well, they don't mention any wild additives, so let's see what they...
Let's try it instead.
But it is cherry. I will say it does look like cherry. And,
It does.
I would think cherry almond pie surprise would be kind of sweet. You got the marzipaniness to it, which would kind of maybe add to the artificiality of the flavor. And then, of course, vanilla, which I do get vanilla off the nose.
Maybe the surprise is in the flavor.
Maybe. Cheers. The surprise is it's good.
The artificialness definitely stays in the flavor.
So this would be a sour. This would be what you call a kettle sour, right?
Probably.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
super popular like 4 or 5 years ago.
The reason I say that is because there's a quite unpleasant aftertaste that I always have with kettle sours.
Yeah.
And I don't know quite how to describe it other than cereal kind of.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
doesn't. It always clashes up against the flavor of the upfront notes of the beer itself. But I will say, it does look great.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite to drink. Beerblioket have made some really good beers along the years. I think this is an experiment that didn't pan out when it comes to my taste buds, maybe.
Well, the problem is I don't get cherry. I don't really get almond. I get kind of a fruit punch kind of flavor
Yeah.
with.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
There we have it, artificial
Yeah.
fruit punch, like
Yeah.
the flavored drinks. But I would say, for being a celebratory 10-year beer, it's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the only. I think they're just celebrating
Yeah.
10 years in general. I don't know that this is supposed to be the.
So maybe there are more beers in the 10-year celebration lineup.
I would guess
Let's
there's going to be
hope so.
much more.
Yeah.
Also, I always like their labels. That's kind of what keeps me coming back for them. But yeah, this one did not work for me. So, Marcus, what are you going to give this one?
Ooh. Yeah. That's. I think I'd give it 2. 2 maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 2 as well. You can tell that we all don't have much to say about this beer because we're just wrapping this up super fast.
Yeah.
Pontus?
225.
225? All right.
Yeah, sure, 225. Maybe 225. But there isn't so much to say about it because the flavors are quite muted.
Yeah.
Nothing sticks out. We can't find the flavors that are listed on the can.
So let's
the
play
aftertaste disappears quite quickly. It's
Right. So let's just play devil's advocate here for a second. When you think cherry beer, what are the flavors that you want from a cherry beer?
I say tart, more tartness.
Tart, more tartness. Yeah. Now, do you like the kind of sometimes cinnamony kind of flavors you get when they have
But
the pits?
For sure, I say like me, a perfect cherry beer is like something you have from like darker yeasting beers, like the Montana cherries or Belgian ones.
Yeah.
Same, or that we have cherry lambic, of course. Because those ones are a lot more fruit in taste. Like you get the whole fruit, like taste your chewing on the fruit. Here, where is the cherries? Like that's.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused with it.
Okay. And then we have so if you think cherry pie, I mean you think like vanilla, cinnamon, maybe some cloves or something in there to kind of
crackers to taste as well.
right, some graham crackery kind of flavor in there, or maybe not graham cracker because of the cherry pie, but maybe I don't know, but a crust kind of flavor.
It's being called smooth pie.
Yeah, and then
crumble pie.
crumble pie, yeah, and then you have like the almond part, and the almond, like I said, clearly kind of sweet, a little marzipan-y maybe or something, but again, it just doesn't have any of those flavors like you would expect.
I think if anything, the almond contributes to the artificial taste.
Could be the thing that gives it that weird off flavor that.
Like Dr. Pepper's, that's kind of like artificial taste.
But it doesn't
Dr.
even
Pepper-
taste like Dr. Pepper.
No,
Dr. Pepper
but
has flavor.
I know, but that's kind of like it's a flavor now, so to say. Like
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper tastes natural. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper was the only soda during World War II that wasn't forced to not use sugar, because they had a marketing slogan that if you were supposed to have one at like 3, like 10, 3, and 5, and it was supposed to give you energy and revitalize you, and so they were able to get away with keeping the natural cane sugar.
Did they market it as medicine?
Yep.
It does say Dr. Pepper.
It does. I mean,
I want to see Dr. Pepper's doctor's license.
Yeah, I want to set a medical degree. Where do you get that from?
Same with Dr. Mario. Don't let Dr. Mario look at your private parts. He's not a real doctor.
So if you're in Texas, where Dr. Pepper was founded, you can go to Dublin, Texas, and you can go to the original Dr. Pepper facility, and they'll sell you the original clinic, and they will sell you like the original version of Dr. Pepper still, and it's actually pretty good.
Where can I get the original Coca-Cola with cocaine?
Well, I mean, you can just make that in yourself on the weekend. So
Otherwise, I'd say not the most audience.
Yeah, fair enough.
okay, so next up we have something from, where was it again?
Stigbergets.
All right, you're nailing it here. It is a black IPA, and it is called Stig Noir. How do you guys feel about black IPAs?
No.
No?
They kind of disappeared from the market. A few years ago, they were everywhere. Everyone was making black IPAs. Or hoppy porters. What's the difference? No one can tell me still.
And Marcus, how are you feeling about black IPAs?
No, not really. I had kind of one or two that was kind of okay, but most of the time they are that great and poor.
Yeah. But the Black Eyed Peas made some good music, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Especially
not
during the
what,
Fergie
is that
years.
not what we were talking about?
No. This comes at 6.5%. And I would say my problem with black IPAs is they're not smoky enough or like deep enough, or they're not roasted enough, or they're not hoppy enough.
Yeah.
So you usually either get something that's way over roasted or something that's way over hopped, and they always just taste like a horrible mishmash of two things that should have never been put together. But that's why we brought it on the show, so we could shit talk black IPAs again. 100%. That's why I got this beer.
It's like soap.
I do get some hops.
I get a lot of hops off the nose.
On the nose.
See, do we have the... No, it just says hops. It doesn't say the hop type. Mr. Beerman, do you have you have any ideas? Like Cascades or... No? Galaxy? No?
I would say Mosaic, maybe.
Could be Mosaic, yeah.
To get the soapness I get from it.
All right, well, cheers, guys.
Let's cheers.
Yeah, I would say this has more of a dank kind of hop aroma to it instead of, say, a lighter, fruitier.
No.
It's super soapy.
Yeah, now I actually get the soap you're talking about, but I also get the battle between the roast flavors and the hoppy flavors, and it's not working in this one.
It never works. That's why it's a horrible style. It's because the bitterness of the hops always fights the bitterness of the roastedness.
Yeah.
And it never works. I think I've had maybe two that I've ever actually found drinkable.
Why isn't this a hoppy porter?
Because somebody thought this was a good style to create. You call it American porter. So what would make a good black IPA? How could you make a good black IPA? What would you think would be?
Higher ABV, so it has a little bit of a body. It's almost, you should almost push it towards Imperial Porter territory and then heavily hop it.
Okay.
I think that, but then someone will call it an American Strong Ale, and whoops, you've lost your style.
And also maybe not go so hard on the super roasted stuff.
So
because that tends to be really overwhelming. And together with too much hops, it's a total mess in my mind.
Could you make this like you're saying, like a double IPA, and then make a, you know what, that's something we haven't ever seen, a double, what was it, a black double IPA?
I think I've seen.
Have you?
Yeah. Didn't like Hill do something like that a while back? Or was it another brewery? Because I know I've seen on Stigbergets one at least 8% or something.
8%. I'm talking like 10%. I'm talking like triple. Well, is it? All right. Yeah. I guess triple is 10%. But yeah, I mean, I guess 8-9%, somewhere in that range. Black IPA.
I'm gonna.
Would they think I make it better or worse?
Let's see.
Probably better.
Yeah, because they could be more hoppy and less roasted.
Yeah, I think we'll probably more play with the flavor as well, because then it gets more bud to it, so you can probably adapt it to where you want to really make it instead of having everything fighting each other.
I have had 209 black IPAs.
Yeah. What did you give the highest rating to?
No, okay, so now I sorted on ABV, and Stone made an 11.6% black IPA called Stone Stygian Descent, which I gave a 4. That's not bad. And then Midfins made a 9.1 called Gleipner. That one got a 4. So the secret is make it
of the ABV.
Make it 9.
Yeah.
Make it 9% ABV or higher, and you'll get higher ratings for sure. Signature Brew made a one called Black Tongue, 8.3.
Okay.
Also got a 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the secret.
All right, well,
for sure.
So if any brewers are out there listening to this, we've cracked the code for you. You no longer have to make 6% black IPAs.
This is a
failure.
This is a public service announcement.
It is.
So what would you give this, Stefan?
I actually am going to give this a 3.25.
Oh, I don't think our guests are going to give it that.
No, I'm still gonna be nice because the guys Stigbergets are nice guys. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
All right.
I can give it a 2.75.
All right.
The soapiness is diminishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Martin on this one, 2.75. It's not badly made. It's just that it doesn't fit my taste buds, and the weird bitterness that you get from the roasted malt together with too much hops is not appealing at all.
Yeah, I think that for me it got a little bit better the more I tried it, but I also think that again it's not a style that I really like to. I have like one a year maybe, and it's only to remind myself how much I hate it.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna up mine to 2.75 now after having some letting it sit in the glass for a while.
Just what I'm saying, as it warmed up, got a little air, I think it got a little bit better.
Notes because it's a less soapy and more roasted, which is a bit better, but still it's not. It doesn't know what it wants to be.
No, I mean, yeah, you can make your own. Buy a porter and an IPA and just mix them
together. Just find your favorite porter and your favorite IPA, and then just like go to town. Or could you use what kind of porter? Could you use a Baltic porter in there? Or
probably, yeah. Something sweeter, I guess.
Okay.
Because, this was quite dry as well,
Yeah.
I think.
All right, guys. Well,
We'll
thanks
wrap it
again
up there.
for joining. So you can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you find podcasts, we're there with them. So until next time,
Keep drinking it, dum-dums.